Okay, yo, pause. Jeez, you're rushing it. Trying to do a YouTube video and you're rushing mine. This is gonna be a short video either way, but okay, yeah, this is gonna be a short video. This is just crazy. What you're about to see here, it is in relation to me. This is personal, and I mean it'll be educational too. You know, you'll be learning from this guy. Shout out, he'll say it. JLar investigates. I think I've already seen this video, but it did not. It corrupted for some reason, but everything is just crazy. Rest in peace, Caleb Collins, my cousin, nephew, maybe. I don't know how it works. But it's actually just insane. This whole thing is. I'm sorry, JLR, but I've already heard you talk once. I can't do this again. Get away. Move. Just move. Okay. Ew, she just spit. Yo, watch, she just spit. I'm gonna catch it too. You see it? You see that right there? Look, right here, you see this? Look at it. This is spit. That's disgusting. Rest in peace. It's cold. Got the chills. Yeah. Months Old by Stephen Bradley Collins. That's my uncle. During July 20. Oh my goodness. That is the year I was, or the month I was born. That's crazy. Wendy Pamela Jean Bailey. I don't even know if I said that. That's a big ass name. Acknowledge the fact of knowing and failing to intervene on more than two occasions. Or on more than two occasions that Kayla Rowan Collins was physically abused by torturous means such as being bound with a rope, physically assaulted, and being bound by rope from a loft. What's a loft? I don't know. With blood and bruising, presenting which photographs deceptive evidence that pose an imminent and apparent threat of harm to Caleb Collins. Hung? Oh my god. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know what he has to do with any of it, but okay. Yeah. Why is he saying it like that? Died in a crazy car wreck that was going crazy, or he was speeding like crazy. Come on. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Oh wow. That's the car? That's crazy. There's still like twigs and shit in that shit. I can't speak no better. I shouldn't be talking shit. It was tore in half too. Like that's actually wild. Like, oh, that's a tree. My fault. Here is some additional information about this terrible tragedy. Horrendous discovery in pile of ashes. Months after baby boy vanished, human remains believed to be those of a missing 1-year-old crashed near his home. Okay, the baby Caleb Rowan Collins was reportedly missing following a car crash near his home in December of 2024. The crash killed the boy's father, Stephen Collins, 40, and his 2-year-old sister, Riley. I got an aunt that's 2. Well, not anymore, but dang. I did. I didn't even know that. I don't know much about my family, my dad's side. That's wild. That's actually crazy. Yeah, I just read that. The info ultimately led to the arrest of his mother, Wendy Bailey, and his grandfather, John Elton Bailey. That's a good name. They were both charged with multiple offenses, including domestic violence, abuse of a corpse. How you gonna abuse a corpse? You're telling me you're gonna... Are you telling me they hung that baby and then they burnt it? Oh, my nose is running. I need to blow my nose in a minute. But abuse of a corpse. Come on, it already had enough. Why you? So when it died, they didn't even bury it. They burnt it. That's crazy. Criminally negligent homicide and aggravated child abuse. You can't have passive child abuse. On Thursday, officials made the grim announcement that human remains had been discovered during multiple searches of the family property. See, it took. And this is her right here. You see? Oh, yeah, get my hand out of there. Sorry, but this is her right down here. You see? It's just crazy. An investigation into a chill. I found more. I have not seen this one yet, so this might tell us a little more. Child and how he disappeared. I go through the graphic details of what detectives say happened in the... That's Riley. That's that right there, you see? That's Riley. That's Riley. This little baby right here. That guy looks like my dad, by the way. You can just tell they're related. Case of Caleb Collins and his family. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. I want to tell you what you are going to hear about the little boy in this case is so incredibly disturbing. It's heartbreaking. So I just want to warn you. This all started last month when a truck crashed in Winfield, Alabama. A father and his daughter were killed, and the little girl's mother was critically injured. But sheriff's deputies would learn that one family member, a 1-year-old boy, was missing. On December 8th, the crash report said that Stephen Collins was driving 92 miles per hour. Why he looks like a crackhead? The truck and crashed into a tree. Collins was thrown from the truck and died in the hospital, while his 2-year-old daughter, Riley, was also killed because she wasn't strapped into the back seat. The mother, Wendy Pam Bailey, was sitting in the front passenger seat and was critically injured. Now, when family members living out of state heard about the crash, they were incredibly concerned because there was no mention of the youngest member of the family, Caleb Collins, who was only 1. Where was Caleb? Deputies started looking, and what deputies found is hard to describe.
Late last month, Pam Bailey was arrested and charged with aggravated child abuse, first-degree domestic violence, and abuse of a corpse related to what happened to Caleb. Investigators believe that Caleb is dead and that he has been since July of 2024, and they say his mother did nothing to protect him, to save her baby boy. According to the complaint, she recklessly engaged in
I'll read it, lady. Okay. On or about July 2024, Wendy Pamela Jean Bailey committed the crime of domestic violence first degree by committing the crime of assault in the first degree. The code of LM8, under circumstances. I can't read those words. She recklessly and she can read. Jeez, I cannot.
Which created a grave risk of death to Caleb Rowan Collins after being notified by Stephen Collins via message that he was going to kill Caleb. These photos depicted Caleb hanging aloft with a rope, with blood present on his body, and lying supine on the floor with extreme bruising present on his body. Following the photos, Stephen stated, "He won't move. I'm so sorry." To which Pam responded, "He just looks wore out and tired and hurt. Hopefully that's all." Unbelievable.
Me for real. Yeah. On what she said, literally. That is what she said. That's sent pictures. Sent pictures. I'm gonna kill. That's why I'm scared of my dad, bro. Because you don't know what goes through somebody's head, and he's related to him. He sympathizes for him. How can you sympathize for someone like that? I don't care if they're family. I don't care if they're. Whoa, I can't go that far. I'm not gonna say all that. Never mind. I don't care what, though. I don't care if God told you to. Like, that's just.
Go on to say that Bailey disposed of Caleb's body. The complaint states the toddler's corpse was treated in a way that outraged ordinary family sensibilities by placing Caleb's body into a bag and stored it in an outside storage building for a brief period prior to final disposal at an unknown location. Before Pam Bailey was taken into custody, the children's grandfather, John Elton Bailey, was arrested for failure to report a missing child. According to family members, he was living at his daughter's home around the same time Caleb was murdered. The criminal complaint mentions that no resident in the home reported physical injuries to the child, or that the child was removed from the house and taken to an unknown location. More than a week after the crash, the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency issued an emergency missing child alert. The alert lists September 4th as the last time Caleb was seen, but court documents indicate that the abuse that ended Caleb's life was in July, 3 months earlier. So it's not clear why September was listed on the missing persons poster. And now it's only Pam.
So before they burnt that baby, they hung it. Or he hung it, and she didn't do shit. I hope she's in jail forever. In prison forever. Even when you die, I hope they just keep your body there just cause.
Since Stephen Collins died in the truck crash. You know, I've covered a lot of big cases over the years, everything from the Stephen Avery case to Johnny Depp, Alec Murdaugh, and Luigi Mangione, so I know that some outlets can be a little bit slanted. That's why I want to tell you about Straight Arrow News, an app and website the site has great tools.
She is
you can also at Temple University
giving an ad,
and also a former prosecutor. Marion, we were just talking before we started here about how
shout out Crime Fix. Is that what this is? Law and Crime Network. Shout out to him.
1-year-old little boy and the treatment that he received from his father, according to these court documents, is just beyond the pale. It's abhorrent. It's appalling.
Abhorrent. That's a good word.
While trying to retain some sense of objectivity to kind of look at the evidence and look at what needs to be proven. I'm trying to temper some of that with the more perhaps maternal responses that I get and that I have to the information in that case. But I think the word to describe how this child was abused and treated is just sheer disgustingly. It really is. Just the fact, I don't think we need to go over it again, but the allegation is that the father just horrifically abused a baby. He's one-year-old baby, you know, totally incapable of defending himself, doing anything for himself.
Yeah.
And the mother, according to the text messages cited in the
Let me get in
documents,
on
was
this.
fully aware of what was going on and thought, oh, maybe he's just a little bit hurt, according to what was written. So they cannot find his body. They cannot find Caleb's body. So they believe he was buried somewhere. There have been some local news reports that the sheriff's office and others have been digging up some areas trying to find this poor baby's body. We know that doesn't keep a case from going forward, though. Obviously, they're going to want to have his remains, but they can still move forward with a prosecution without it. Sure.
Yeah.
Right. Caleb is presumed deceased, and that is certainly likely the case. No one has seen him.
Okay, so this is a lot more helpful, though. So everything they found, everything they did, was before they even found the remains. That's great. Obviously, before they found the remains, but like, oh my gosh. So they were already going to prison before. Like, they found the messages and everything before. That's crazy.
2024, and it only came to light that no one had seen him for weeks when there was the car accident that brought the mother of this baby into contact with authorities. What concerns me most about locating the body, locating any remains of Caleb, is that Fayette County, Alabama, is a highly rural area. If you look at it on the map, it is
Just
not at all densely populated. The population of the whole county is somewhere less than 17,000 people. If you look at the satellite and the aerial view of it, it is almost entirely green, meaning it is so rural and covered in undeveloped land that there is a significant area to search for Caleb or any remains that would lead to him. There are some bodies of water in the area, which also concerns me. It's one of the more disturbing details was that his body was just stored in a bag near an outside storage container for a period of time, and from there, who knows what atrocities were perpetrated against this child when finally mercifully deceased. You know, Pam Bailey, she is in jail right now. She's facing very serious charges, but her father is also in jail. And he's accused of not reporting, you know, a child being missing. He was apparently living with you know, they're not saying anything. I've reached out to the sheriff's office. They have not called me back, you know, trying to get some more information about what's going on here and where they stand in this investigation.
I can't keep talking. Alright, I feel that's enough for now. This gonna be a video, by the way. A little foreshadowing. But it's been LM8. I hope you have a great day. That's just rest in peace, Brandon Collins, and no. Hell no. I meant Caleb. Wasn't even Brandon, his name was Bradley. So good thing I messed up. But rest in peace, Brad. No! Rest in peace, Caleb Collins, and rest in peace, Riley Collins, the sister. Cause they ain't even talking about her. It's crazy. It's a crazy world we live in. But rest in peace to them two kids. That's just crazy. It's been LMA. Peace out.